Hey everyone, these are the videos to learn how to do your state report A to Z book on Google Slides. I'm sitting outside in the nice weather, so if you hear cars drive by, that's what's going on. The first thing you need to do is find in Google Classroom the assignment that says State Report A to Z book. Once you click on that, you'll see, yours looks a little different than mine, but you'll see the instructions and it tells you to watch all the videos. And then you'll see this document, it's actually a Google slide, called State Report A to Z book. Once you click on that and open it, it should look something like this. You can see that I went ahead and created the first page, but I'm going to walk you through how to do that. What I can do here is a lot of different things. The first thing I clicked on was a theme, and I just went with the basic theme right here. But I'm going to show you a lot of different things that you could do with this. The whole idea is to have one page for every letter of your state report. So this page is for animal, and every page is going to say the letter, like A, B, C, whatever it is. It's going to say the phrase is for, and then you're going to say what that research page was about. So this looks like A is for animal. You can see that I have changed that to be red and 100-point font, and it's bold. This is black. See, it's 28-point font. And then this, for animal, I also changed the actual font over here. And you get to have your own creativity just fly through with this project. You can pick whatever colors you want, whatever fonts you want, as long as it's readable. Remember, you're going to try and make it like a children's book, so it can't be too crazy. Otherwise, it will be difficult to read. So make sure it stays professional as well. I have a photo of what that animal was. So I just used Utah's as an example. It says Utah state animal is the elk. So I put a picture of an elk there. It became the state animal in 1971. Elk are the second largest member of the deer family. They are typically light brown and 5 feet tall. Remember, you are supposed to have at least 3 sentences and no more than 5 about this. And you can do it like I have, where I've just listed several different sentences. You could make it so that it's all just one big paragraph. It doesn't matter. It's whatever you think looks best. But you're going to just kind of play around and use your brain for some creativity. So that's one way to do this. I can also change the background if I want to a different color. See how right now it's white? I could change that whole background to a different color, and all I do is go to slide right here, and I click it, and I go down, and I say change background, and it says right here color. So I could change the whole color to black if I wanted. You can see what that looks like. I can go back into it, and I can say slide, change background, and I can change it to a gray or a yellow or a red, whatever color you want to do. If I have a background of a gray, then I might want to change that, and that is a fill color. So over here is where I change the fill color. And then maybe because I changed that black, I might want the font to be white. Well, I guess I have to highlight it inside of it. And I have to change that color to white. So you get to just play around with this and make it your own of what you want it to look like. I'm going to show you a couple things about how did I get that letter A there, how did I get is for, and how did I get animal. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly share one. I'm just going to quickly create another one just to show you kind of how that got started. So when you actually, I guess you wouldn't see that. When you look at this and you're ready to move on to the next letter, or you've changed it how you want to change it, you just go right here where it says the plus sign. It says file, it says new slide. Or I think what would be smarter to do is to actually click on the slide over here on the left and right click on it, which in my computer I push control and click. You're gonna have to figure out how to right click on the device you're using. And I go down to duplicate slide. When I duplicate the slide, it's going to give me a whole other one. So here's the first one, here's the second one, and now look, they look the exact same. Okay, so this is the letter A, but now I'm going to show you what if I wanted my letter B page to look a lot different. So a couple things I can do is maybe I want to get rid of all of this and I don't want it to look like that. I'm just going to show you how to insert your own text box. Those are text box. How to insert pictures, all of it. I'm just going to show you all of it. So it just looks like this right now. And maybe I want my whole page to look like the state bird. Well, the state bird for Utah is the seagull. It's also known as the California red gull. But remember, to change the background of the whole page, I go slide, change background. And this time, instead of a color, I'm going to say image, choose image. You can see that Miss Fisher already got ready for this, but it kind of starts over here on upload, and you have to come over by Google image search. And then I just type seagull. And I want to pick one of these that's going to look good with my page, because remember, I still have to say B is for bird, and I have to give information. So you don't want one that's just really big. That would be a funny one right there, but I think I'll go with this one. So once you click it, you push insert and done. And now that's the background of my page. So here's the letter A. A is for animal. And then it just has this, right? Well, now I want to say B is for bird. So I go insert, text box. And this is pretty cool because then see on my mouse, it has the plus sign. I just get to draw the text box where I want it. I don't need it to be very big because it's just going to be the letter B. And now I get to make a lot of changes. And this is where you just have to start getting creative. Make it whatever size you want. Maybe I want it like size 100. That looks a little too big. So I'm just kind of playing around with it. And maybe this time I want the color to be a blue. No, maybe a red this time. Oh, it was red last time. How about I go with orange? There we go. And then I can kind of play around with the size of this box. And I can also move it. So you have to be careful because if you click off of it, you want to find that little symbol right there that allows you to move it. And maybe I want it to say B is for bird, right? So I go insert, text box. Maybe I'm going to put it right here. And this type I'm typing is for. That doesn't need to be capitalized, so you can change that. B is for. And maybe I want to move it around. Put it right there. B is for. And then I need another text box for bird. Or you could have done it in the same text box, but I wanted to change the font. So I'm going to do B is for bird. And I like to keep mine all looking the same. And in the last one, letter A, I did animal in a font called Pacifico. So maybe I'm going to change this bird one to orange and Pacifico, and then really make it quite a bit bigger. Well, maybe not that big. I guess that was too big. Oh, we got a size 50. That looks good. B is for bird. And then if I don't like the way it looks, like it doesn't look even or spaced, I can move all those different boxes around. So now it says B is for bird. But remember, I still have to get my 3 to 5 sentences on here. So I would need another text box to get all that information in here. And for me, I think I might just put it up in the corner right here. Maybe information right there. Okay. And I already have some information about a bird because I've practiced typing this. So this is for Utah state bird. So you would type in all your sentences right here. And maybe you have so much information and it looks so big and you don't want it to be that big. I don't want mine to be that big. So I would just make it smaller. So I highlight it all. Maybe I go size 14. Maybe that was a little too big. See, so I'm just kind of playing around with the font of it. The color, I'm going to probably make it be orange as well. Actually, I think it looked better as black. So I'll go back, change it to black. See, this whole thing, making your A to Z book, is all about using your creativity and figuring out what looks good. So you type your information, you make sure it looks decent. You can move it around to be exactly what you want it to be. Okay, so those are 2 different options that you can do. You can keep the background gray. You can just do this. When you get this page, when you get your template, when you get it on Google Classroom, it's going to just have this page on it and you get to change it. So remember, you could keep it all the same if you want, or if you're like, I don't like the way this looks, Ms. Fisher, then you could go into it and change the background because it's your copy. It's not my copy. So remember, you go slide, change background. You could choose an image, and now if you choose an image, it's going to look more like this one. If you leave it like a color, it's going to look like that. And then you would, maybe you want this, but you want to put your state animal in here, like maybe Mississippi state animal. So you click on that image, and right here it says replace image, search the web. So I don't know what Mississippi state animal is. Mississippi state animal. Well, there's a lot of pictures that come up, but maybe it's this squirrel. Whatever it is, I don't know what it is, but you would just replace the image with the image of that. And then you type up your information. So you can keep it all like this, or you can create one that was like this. So remember, if you need help making one that looks like this, then you need to just rewatch this video over and over again. When I'm ready to move on to the letter C, I can duplicate this page. Remember, I just right click on it and I say duplicate slide. So now I've got an A, B, and then I would change this to C and find a new picture, or I would go back to this format. I could duplicate this one as well. And look, now it's kind of out of order. It went A, B, B. So this is an easy thing to fix too. I could just click on the thing I want and move it to the position I want it. So did you see how I did that? So here's page 1, 2, 3, 4. You could alternate between. And if you really hate what you've done or you made a mistake, you can delete the slide completely, or you can keep pushing edit undo. So let's say I deleted that on accident. Remember, I can go Command Z until it gets back to exactly what I wanted. So there's the first video, and I'm going to show you in the next video a couple more tools that you can use for these videos. Sorry, that you can use for your state report book. Good luck, everybody. Have a good time.